a skeleton popped out. Now, what's sort of funny about this one, while the original story is somewhat remembered, it's really remembered to use that catchphrase like ending and then a skeleton popped out, which then would often be times put at the end of long or serious type creepypastas that would grab the reader's attention at the beginning, only to be completely deflated with this throw-in. Next is The Day of All the Blood. Quote, "This is the story of the day where there was all this blood. A man was walking around and blood started coming out of him everywhere. There was so much blood and it filled up an alley. He went to the store and there was just blood all over the place. People were slipping in it and they were all bursting. He tried to go swimming and all the sharks went nuts and bitten everybody. He got chased by all the vampires everywhere. One time, the blood got a kid and a doll. At the end of the day, everybody decided they would send him through space so that he would stop getting blood everywhere. The scariest part is that that man was you, or he was a lady, if you are a lady, and you forgot that this happened." Unquote. I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. And finally, of the most iconic of them all.
So, here. This is... You told me what you said. I was wrong.
This one was a favorite amongst the early days of creepypastas and 4chan. Even created its own genre of creepypasta, that being these ultra-brief, badly written on purpose stories with a twist at the end. And in a way, sort of deconstructing what made a creepypasta or an urban legend to begin with in a funny way. Crybaby Lane. So this one is also based on something real, but not at all close to the actual thing. The real Crybaby Lane was a Nickelodeon film that was basically just a ghost story type movie, where a couple of brothers hear a scary story about joined twins, or what was good and the other was bad, and when they both passed away, one was buried wrongly, and the evil one was buried in a shower of rage down at Crybaby Lane. Well, through a seance, these ghost twins end up waking up, and you might imagine the evil one is trying to possess people and what have you. Paranormal stuff ensues, and eventually all is put back to normal by Clear's End. That's the basic premise of the movie. However, it only ever aired once back in 2000, and for some time was assumed to be a lost film, and that perhaps it was only for kids and was banned or something. This didn't end up being the case, however. When it was looked into and people were asked, it turns out they just sort of forgot all about it. That's really it. It was aired shortly after, though, on TNT and a few more times after, due to how much publicity it had gotten through the lost media community. The name Crybaby Lane does sound rather ominous as well, which is probably what inspired the author of this creepypasta. So then, how do you know what the actual Crybaby Lane movie is, and that it's a real movie, it wasn't banned, it was just forgotten, and it's just kind of mediocre at best? What about this creepypasta? Well, it's about a dude named Johnny, who after college gets an internship at Nickelodeon Studios. He's put through the job of the upcoming TV film Crybaby Lane, and it's here where he meets a man who is eventually put in charge of the project, Peter Lauer. Lauer is described as a sick fuck who frankly sounds like a cartoonishly evil man, and also the stuff he play out on the screen for a live-action Nickelodeon movie. Yep, that sounds about right. In all seriousness, though, this creepypasta is pretty dumb. And mainly because Lauer is just 100% a crazy, evil, cold, sadistic villain from the start, and no even bats an eye at it at all. Like, here's a few examples. Quote, "At first, cannibalism and other fucked up shit was jokes and tasteless comments, but as time went on, it became more and more overt. I'd give him an idea, which most of the time he would end up using. Like, how about a movie that starts with a morbid undertaker for weekend stories, which he replied, yeah, then he cut them up in pieces and force feed them to his dog. made these jokes at times in early stages. Then he got serious. He'd stand up like he was Jesus or something. There's spoke loudly, claim his idea. I'd be the only one to shoot it down every fucking time. One day, near the end of our brainstorming sessions, Lauer cleared his voice and stood up. We all fell silent and looked at him like we normally did. He stood up and said, "Gentlemen and females, I have an idea." I remember what he did. He paused and looked right at me as he said, "The story revolves around the legend of a pair of Siamese twins. Have you ever heard of the Donner Party?" Everyone nodded except for me. I didn't like where this conversation was going. "They ate themselves when they got cold. They ate..." Shh. Everyone nodded. I closed my eyes. What would Siamese twins do? They are nothing to eat. What we do in places. Monsters goes bad. Oh, up each other's eyes. One of them died and died upon them like a vulture tearing at the skin of a dead deer. It is interesting indeed. I didn't know what the fuck I was hearing. I opened my eyes. No one was fucking moving. No time to allow itself. Children like violence. They revel in it. So children like to be scared. So we'll scare them. Won't we? Johnny. Getting shit. I stared back at him. "I think you're fucked up, to be honest." He smiled and backed away. "Oh, you're fucked up, alright. But you have to be fucked up to survive in this cutthroat world." His grin expanded. "Literally, right now, I'm going to show you some pictures that will spark some of your imaginations." Unquote. See what I mean? Now, I will admit, Lowry is so fucking over the top that the story is kind of fun to read. Just because you're just waiting for what the fuck this guy's gonna say next. But then, the creepypasta implies that Nick used this man's sick ideas and just didn't end up using the sick part by the story's end. Quote, early on, Lauer posed an idea of the two brothers capturing a squirrel, putting said squirrel in a jar and slowly drowning it before filling the jar with sand and dropping it to the bottom of the pond. Soon after, they suggested Sandy